In the autumn of 2023, Canadians were tentatively beginning to grasp the magnitude of what had taken place in their country that summer. The estimate of the number of hectares burned by fire exceeded 17 million, a number that multiplied as more accurate mapping became available. On May 6th, Alberta had declared a provincial state of emergency due to wildland fires, followed by Nova Scotia on June 1st. On June 7th, New York City had the worst air quality in the world. The sky turned auburn as smoke from wildfires in Canada spread throughout the boroughs. By June 21st, the Donny Creek wildfire in British Columbia had broken the record for the single largest fire in the province. The United States and Canada signed an agreement on June 23rd that allowed Canada access to sophisticated U.S. satellite data to identify wildfires. On June 27th, about midway through the normal fire season, the record for area burned nationally, 42 million acres, 17 million hectares, set in 1989, was broken and would continue to grow. Fort Good Hope, just 145 kilometers south of the Arctic Circle, experienced a scorching 37.4 degrees Celsius, 99.3 degrees Fahrenheit day on July 8th, marking the northernmost occurrence of such a temperature ever recorded. The Northwest Territories, NWT, declared a territorial state of emergency on August 14th. Approximately 70% of the territory, including its capital, Yellowknife, was evacuated to neighboring provinces. On August 18th, British Columbia declared a provincial state of emergency as fire activity increased across the province. For perspective, Canada's burned area that summer surpassed the combined area of Switzerland and Greece and was the size of Uruguay or Florida. In Quebec alone, wildfires had burned an area larger than Switzerland, and 30,000 people, mostly indigenous, were evacuated. In that summer of 2023, in the vast boreal forests of Canada, considered one of the world's biggest terrestrial carbon vaults, more than 1.7 billion tons of planet-heating gases were released by the wildfires, about 3 times the total emissions of this major fossil fuel-producing nation each year. And it wasn't only in Canada. That summer, a firestorm in Lahaina, Hawaii, killed at least 100 people. Greece suffered the largest single wildfire in European Union, EU history, the wildfires producing some 20 megatons of CO2 emissions. I tried not to think too hard about what that meant for the future of the youngsters, to whom this book is dedicated.